Yup. Yeah, this session is glitched.
Why?
Are you in?
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, I mean, it's just session will start in 000 stuck up the top.
Oh no, man, don't say that. The time.
Yeah,
Oh
okay,
wait,
all good.
the timer had gone down 30 odd seconds. It's just gone back to 18 and started again.
Hmm. The session has started now for me.
Yeah. It's 17:38 on the clock.
Yeah, bang on. Thought we were in trouble, obviously not.
Just trying to copy the stream link. And good evening, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I've got no audio. Oh, there we go. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Why does it say tier 1?
It's fine, I'll fix it after.
I'm reading the title going, this ain't tier 1. Welcome to tier 3, round 2 at Qatar, season 10. Comms tonight's myself, Claire Mull, joined by Dan.
Hello there.
How are you feeling about this one now? Obviously, it's still fairly early in the new season.
Yeah. Yeah. it's a track that I like. Had some issues with punchers Friday night across both tiers, particularly tier. Actually, no, it was just tier 1. There was no safety car. It usually brings good racing. There's a couple of places to overtake. Turn 1 is the most obvious, but there is other places you can do it. Yeah, seem to have some issue with tyre wear Friday night. No safety car, no VSC in tier 1. Got a puncher myself, lap 28, but there was a lot of drivers had issues, and it didn't seem very. I know there was. I think it was Greg was on like 85% in his front left, and he didn't get a puncher. I was on 75, and I did. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how the race itself plays out. Obviously, it's short quali here because we are running a sprint weekend, so the track will be heavily congested, but there's plenty of runoff, so it shouldn't cause too many issues. But track position is key for me. Pig on fuel as well. So there's a lot of outside
variables.
Yeah, there is a lot of variables that you need to get right.
Yeah, that's it. Tyre wear is heavy and fuel is heavy. And throw in a sprint weekend just for add a bit of spice into that as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's it. You know, people who like going long on a set of tyres, waiting for safety cars, whatever. Maybe, you know, like last week, Hound staying out so long on that set of hards. That would backfire on him here.
Well, yeah, do you know, like, the thing is for me, I never check tyre wear until it automatically pops up. I just go off the feel of the car, and my force feedback died after 5 laps in the feature, so the force feedback wasn't great, but there was no warning from Jeff, there was no nothing. It was just the tyre was gone, and that was it. So yeah, it was incredible. It didn't really make any sense. I did 14 laps on the mediums, did 14 on the hards, and it popped. You'd imagine it'd be the other way around if anything. Lesser fuel, harder compound, but yeah, just as you said, a couple of variables to watch out for. That's full time David 121.7 on the board. That's not a bad time actually, to be honest, and that
very
sets
good
the benchmark.
Time. Very
Yeah,
good
that's
time.
a decent time.
Jackie 22.1, Nerf 22.8, Curly 23.5, Anderson 22.6, Venomic 20. Oh god, there's names going everywhere now. I can't really keep up. Teabag 21.1.
It's a funny old track actually. You know, we mentioned the fuel. I was fuel saving myself the last lap of the sprint. But it's funny, you come around that last corner and your battery is gone for the pit straight, I tried my first run. I started it as I went around the last corner, and it was gone for the pit straight. And by the time I came back around, the next time I didn't start until I got to the line. Didn't seem to lose a whole pile of time. It didn't run out as quick. It seemed much of a much. To be honest, interesting here, Clay. A couple of guys having issues on their laps. Harvey.
Invalidated.
Point size is back in. Ross went on an out lap and came back in as well. Not really sure why, unless you. Yeah, they invalidated. Yeah, no matter what kind of a bad lap it is, there's more than enough time to get 3 runs in. So I wouldn't be coming back in unless you have a time on the board thinking that you've done a bad lap.
Yeah, or you could come in, go back out and set 3 bad laps. You know, I've done that.
That's the other thing as well, being a sprint weekend and Cody's EA being who they are, you do only have one set of mediums for the race, no matter what you do, so there is an element of strategy taken out of it as well. Not sure why they do that.
Yeah, I was talking to T-Bag about this earlier, because I remember, obviously, the F2 days when we used to run F2. I only did a couple, but if I took damage in the sprint race, I found it better to either just carry on or retire, because if you pitted, you'd take a set of tyres from the feature, and it just, it cost you more.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, that's an actual rule in F2, but in F1 it's not. If you, like, for argument's sake, if you take the softs here for the sprint, which wouldn't be advisable anyway, but if you did, just to try and enhance your race, regardless, you still only get one set of mediums, so it makes absolutely no sense at all, unless it is a real rule, but I'd be shocked if it is.
Yeah, like I say, it's something I noticed. I thought I'd have an extra set of, I think it was an extra set of hards in the feature race, but it didn't quite work out like that, obviously.
Yeah, how did you find Track Evolution? Wasn't as big as I thought it would be, to be honest with you.
I mean, I got some improvement. Definitely felt some Track Evolution. Maybe a bit of confidence in myself as well, but yeah, probably not as much as I thought. I'd say I improved about 1.4 seconds from practice to actual quali.
Yeah.
Well, quite obviously a big increase, but set my fastest lap. My fastest lap at this track was quali session on Friday night.
Yeah, do you know what? It's not as close. Obviously, it's not a street track, but for me, it's one of the tracks that a cracking hot lap is very satisfying, like Jeddah, but
it's a fast track. It's a fast flowing track.
It is. It's a very fast track, and it's very nice. E-Hail creeping in with a 21.1, Airways splitting E-Hail and Marshall with a 21.4. So pretty quick at the top, Clay. As we go further down, kind of gets a bit slower, but definitely expect to see guys ramping up as the session progresses. Short quali again.
Harvey's just improved 22.6, puts himself P10. Just on board with Chip now as he's on a flying lap. Be interested to see what Ross can do. Obviously missed last week.
Don't mention the war.
But yeah, he's been keen to get here, get racing. So teammate of mine this season, I'm interested to see what he can do. You know, he's a guy. A number of seasons ago, we're racing against Intia too. So yeah.
Ross is one of them. He's a bit of a journeyman, full-time driver in Tier 1 last season. Obviously there was a bit of an issue at the start of the season, so he dropped out, came back in where there was a space, but he's raced all tiers, and you know what? He's like everyone else. I've yet to see anyone reserve up in Tier 1, definitely in Tier 1 or Tier 2, but I've yet to see a guy from Tier 3 reserving up in Tier 1 that, you know, wasn't at least competitive.
I mean, I bet I could break that, but
yeah, I said we haven't seen it yet. Didn't say it couldn't happen.
Fair point.
Yeah, Stingray pointing out that you made a bollocks of the clip title. The stream title.
Yeah,
Comp Q asking where's my
Stingray.
asso. Your asso checked out, bud. Scandalous.
He's not committed. Not committed enough.
No, it's shocking. Sooner I can get rid of him, the better.
That's it. I feel the seat review coming on. No doubt he'll pop up in comments at some point.
Surely.
Pint size on the run up to the line now, and 22.6 puts himself P14.
Yeah, I wrote down my pint size there. It was a scruffy lap, very scruffy. He can definitely get into the 21s. But again, it's pressure on the final run, but I hate the final run. It's too much pressure for me.
I feel for Ross a bit here. Ross has hit a bit of traffic in Sector 3 there, and he's invalidating up final corner. Maybe pushing too much on that final corner to try and make it back up, but yeah, definitely lost time behind a couple of cars there.
Yeah, it's the nature of that, but you still got to get out of the way. It's not a track where you can run into any trouble. Just get out of the way. Simple as that.
Yeah, it looked like, if I'm honest, a couple of cars was just sort of dawdling on the racing line. I might have been wrong. I just jumped on board with Ross as it looked that way, but Venom's invalidated as well, so he's gonna have to go again. Someone jumped up the order there. Who was that? Was that Anderson? Yeah, Anderson, the 21.8, putting himself up to P8.
Luckman did a lap, but he came back in. He was only a couple of thousands up, but yeah, still got back around.
Sure, run for a drink.
Yeah, no panic. Ooh, Tom Q says he has a new girlfriend. That's absolutely unacceptable behaviour from Asso, the Basso.
We don't accept that shit here.
Absolutely not. He want to bid her off fairly lively.
He didn't ask for approval in the league.
Teabag improving there with a 21 dead. Do you know what, as I said, like even, you know, with a sprint weekend, it always runs the risk. Obviously there's a couple of points for the sprint, but you know, you could start on the first two rows here in the sprint and end up at the back, and all of a sudden your feature race then is a different story altogether.
Yeah. The main focus for me always in these sprint weekends has just sort of been avoid the troublesome area for the start of the sprint. So I don't want to be mid-pack.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Either towards the front, towards the back, and then just try and pick up places sensibly throughout the sprint to get the best start I can for the feature. But the feature's always the focus. That's where the most points are.
Yeah, Pam Q saying downgrade him to mechanic. Definitely wouldn't be the fuel mechanic anyway.
I'll tell you what we can do. We can stick him on the jack so we can all drive at him.
Valtteri, this is Asso. You have no fuel. But the race hasn't even started. Exactly.
Yeah, sorry, I thought it was a quali run.
Yeah. And Stingray says don't put him on the strategy team either. So basically we just bin him off completely.
We can have him there for morale. He brings supporters. He's like Gunter Steiner.
Oh God.
But I'm not saying I'd trust him as a team principal.
Or a teammate, to be honest. He's just bad news. Simple as that.
I tell you, I've not seen that reaction from anyone yet in the driver draw if they draw Osso as a teammate.
Yeah, we're only taking the piss. He's a good lad. Kind of. It's kind of heating up at the front now, Clay. Some guys on laps, some guys in the pits, some guys on out laps. Seems to be a couple of guys looking to take advantage of track evolution. For me, it's one of these where, you know, I'd prefer to be crossing the line with 30, 40 seconds to spare than trying to scramble for it.
Yeah, Airways did improve by just over a quarter of a second. The 21.166 puts him 100th behind eHail P3. Just on with Wuban at the moment. Not got a time on the board yet.
So that is the other thing about the sprint races as well. You only got 3 cracks at quali, so that kind of changes things up as well. I like the sprint weekends. I like, you know, the fact that we have 3 or 4 of them. Would I like one every week? Absolutely not. No way.
They definitely mix it up a bit.
Yeah, look, I've been fortunate enough not to get caught up in anything, but I mean, you could start in the front row, spin to the back, and it's just disaster kind of stuff. I think there needs to be that extra bit of caution on the sprint weekend, especially kind of the first 3 or 4 turns till the track settles down a bit.
Wuban managing 22.251, puts himself P13. Ross on an out lap. Venom is on a lap at the moment. We'll jump on with him.
And this is what I'm saying. We got guys on out laps and we got guys on laps as well. Just on board with Wuban there trying to get out of the way, and he does really well to get out of the way. But it's a horrible place to find yourself with traffic coming.
Venom just coming up to the final corner now. Looking fairly tidy round there. And P14, 22.398.
I suppose it's probably slightly more enjoyable as well for the lads that tend to struggle to get out, you know, to get to Q3. It's that bit quicker, but as I said, I wouldn't fancy doing it every weekend.
Yeah, it's one of them. Obviously, if you're out in Q1 every week, you sort of sit around for half an hour doing nothing, waiting. So it sort of eliminates that, but I don't know. I like that challenge, if I'm honest. As Luckman's gone P4, 21.4.
I do as well, to be honest. I do enjoy
quality. Improved by almost 8 tenths. Yeah, at the moment, I'm struggling to get out of Q3. So if I get into Q2, it feels like I've achieved something. So when you do this short quali, I look at my position and go, oh, that's crap.
Yeah, I think, you know, obviously with a sprint race, it's different. I think the vast majority of guys here like full quali. You know, it's more realistic. You know, it can change the strategies as well. You know, depending what you've taken in, what tyre selection you've taken. I think just with short quali, everyone's on 3 softs. Everyone has the extra set of mediums for the race, so just it changes things. Probably plays into the hand of the quicker guys, but it certainly changes things.
Ross P9 on his first lap, pint size into the pits. Matey boy across the line. Only improves by 1 position. Curly is not improving by much, less than a tenth. What's T-Bag doing? T-Bag's almost a tenth under.
Yeah.
eHail up to the line. 21 flat.
Yeah, T-Bag will need every bit of this for sector 3. If he's nailed sector 3, he should take it, but you could lose a lot of time in the last corner. How does he get it?
He's got full send Dave ahead of him as well. Wonder if he'll pick up a little bit of a slipstream there.
Just caught the sausage curve. I'm wondering, has that cost him? Think he's done enough. Let's see as he heads towards the line, and he has done enough.
Yeah, improving by just less than a tenth. Full send Dave improving as well, jumping ahead of Luckman. But it looks like that is going to be it for qualifying.
That is it. just gonna go drab a drink.
As Pompey Q said, now that Osso's gone, who are these drivers can we persuade into gambling with the fuel? So what you're telling me is that Osso's not the one who's risky with fuel, it's you lads getting into his head. But yeah, there we are for that quali session. Teabag taking pole, E-Hale P2. Airways and Dave on the second row. Lutman, Marshall third row. Jackie, Chip fourth. Ross and Harvey fifth row. Rounding out your top 10 for the sprint race at least. Very close quali session up at the top there. Quarter of a second covering your top 4. I mean, your top 2 less than half a tenth. But yeah, second down to P11. Be interesting to see how it goes in the sprint race now. Tyre choice, obviously fuel as well. Be interesting to see. As here we go. Hound has said we've got to try something different. So I think you've got your man, Pompey Q. You know, Hound's mechanic. So here we go for the formation lap. Have a look at
That's a mistake from Jackie, anyway. And Hound, no idea why he's on the
Hound's saying he's got to try something different.
But that's just yeah, try something different. Don't do a fucking lap in Q1 with mediums. That's something different. This is something stupid.
No, I don't know. I can understand his thinking, maybe hoping that the others' tyres go off if there's no safety car. Jackie, yeah, the Jackie decision I think is worse than the Hound decision.
Yeah.
I'd rather run the hards for 10 laps than the softs for 10 laps.
You're okay for a few laps, but it's just the hards, the mediums don't die by the end of 10 laps. He'll have such a pace disadvantage for the first 5 or 6 laps. Yeah, look.
And then you've got the tyres to factor in as well.
Yeah. Wow, that was a late one, lad.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
But I'm just reading the comments. Pompey Q said obviously he's now Osso's gone, he needs another driver to persuade him to gambling with fuel. So I've called him out and said you're the reason Osso under fuels. He put I am his mechanic, yes, we start on hards. So I said Hound's your man, and he's replied saying I think we drafted Hound into the role of Osso.
Trust me, Hound doesn't need any help at all. It'll be interesting to see where we are with fuel. Yeah, as look, I overfueled, but as I said, I overfueled by a half a lap Friday night, and I'm extremely light on fuel with my throttle inputs on no traction are quite cautious, and I fuel saved for the last lap, so especially on full traction, a half a lap over isn't going to do it.
Yeah, it's to be honest, I normally risk it, me going under on fuel. This is a track I don't flirt with that idea.
Yeah, absolutely not. It's a bad idea.
But that's 5 lights. And away we go. T-Bag and E-Hell both looking like they're getting a good start. Full send Dave making it past Airways as well. Great launch from Dave. Airways E-Hell trying to go around the outside of T-Bag there, but not doing. Tucking in behind him.
Yeah, clean enough start anyway, Claire. No major issues.
Let's have a look at the position changes. Just
that's Ross around.
Oh, Ross. Why is it always my teammates? Yeah, looking at the position changes there, just Dave and Airways swapping. Fairly stagnant in the top 8.
Yeah,
Harvey up one, Anderson up.
A couple of guys trying to go too wide on that right-hander. It is absolutely ridiculous. It's not a place you want to go too wide.
Oh, through the triple right-handers.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And I think I tried it a couple of seasons ago, first time we raced here, and quickly realised that I shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, no, it's just a bad idea. Simple as that. No two ways about it.
Oh, Pompey said, Hound, pit, we forgot to connect the water bottle and maybe put some fuel in your car. Oh, Venom's out.
Is out. Not sure what happened there.
It's a VSC.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if it goes to a full. You shouldn't have it here. VSC, hopefully nobody gets caught out with a drive-through though, as this game is absolutely...
Oh, a couple of people got caught out on Friday night in Tier 2 on this. It's one of them, another thing, I do not mess around with the deltas. I'd rather be a second in the green than sort of keeping it on the limit, because it changes that quickly.
Yeah. I think, say, go back as far as, it could be maybe I would say even season 2. I got 3 or 4 drive-throughs, early days, and I was like, this ain't happening again. It's like the 5 seconds in the pit lane.
I don't think it'd have been that early, because I don't think the deltas were that bad.
Yeah.
On that early game. I think I'd say probably the game after it, the deltas went weird. There you go. T-Bag, E-Hale, Lutman.
Whoa!
And Full Send Dave.
Wow! It looked like T-Bag caught across him to get into the pits, if I'm honest.
No, but T-Bag's ahead. T-Bag... T-Bag, E-Hale were ahead of Dave.
Somebody cut across Dave and sent him wild. Not good at all. And you know what? The leaders at the bottom. T-Bag must have got a drive through. The guys at the front, T-Bag, could have been E-Hale as well. They must have got drive throughs.
Yeah. T-Bag, E-Hale, and Lutman all got drive throughs though.
Yeah, I was on with Lutman and he was pumping ERS and the VSC was still out. Probably got that VSC ending message, but it takes a while for it to actually go out. Yeah, so, and this is exactly what I said about a sprint race.
But now Jackie's trying to attack Marshall on the soft tyres. Chip Hazard's in there as well. There's contact left, right and centre. It's messy. It's messy. We've got a yellow flag there. That's Dave.
That's Full Send Dave around. It's not great. unfortunate for Dave, a great quality session, starting second row, and now finds himself in P19, 35 seconds off, and this is exactly what I was saying. The front two rows are now the last four drivers in the race.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's Ross is off track as well. Did Ross and Dave
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Ross is. No, Ross was nowhere near Dave. I think Ross has just sort of pulled aside to let them three through. T-Bag got past him first, so whether there were contact there or not, I don't know, but I wonder if Ross just sort of moved aside to let them three through. Ross is into the pits. Nerf and Anderson battling. Oh, as Anderson's well off track. Nerf goes up the inside. Wuban as well. Anderson's lost another position to Curly.
Bit wild, and this is the hard of Hound, I think, causing, well, not causing issues in title beyond the 31s, but he's just pulling the gap out, to be fair to him. But yeah, disaster really, Clay.
Oh, we got a yellow flag. That's Dave again.
Yeah, I think his head is just gone now, to be honest with you.
It's difficult. I've got to say, I feel for him. You know, I've been in that position recently. You know, your head just goes. It's hard to try and keep positive and focus on continuing. And yeah, he has retired from the session.
Yeah, and his car.
Oh, as Ralph sideways out the final corner there.
Yeah, his cars came back out on track now, which is not ideal.
Is it coming back out?
Yeah, it is. It is. And it'll retire at the end of the pit lane and cause yellow flags, so hopefully it doesn't cause any issues. And that is yellow flags in Sector 1.
Yeah, I think everyone will be past him by the time his car actually comes out of the pits. There you go, it's out of the pits now. Harvey picking up a 3-second penalty in P4, so that's not good news for Harvey. And there you go, Dave's car's pulled off the track in Sector 1, and it's gone. Cody's Marshall's sorted out.
Yeah, them softs now for Jackie, that VSC is definitely helping him, but I think he'll be feeling the pain at the moment. It's Marshall is no slouch, so.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not being funny. Marshall might well just be sitting behind Jackie, just, you know, biding his time, using him for DRS now. He doesn't need to burn ERS. See if Jackie can close that gap to Airways. If not, once Jackie's tyres go, Marshall will, you know, make that move. He'll have the ERS to burn. Sensible driving. Dave said he had rear wing damage. It was completely undrivable. I can imagine this track being absolutely horrendous with rear wing.
Yeah, definitely.
We got Ralph here.
Yeah, sticking his nose up the inside there at home.
I saw the gap drop. I jumped on board just as Wuban got past him, so I missed his attempt on Hound.
Yeah, there's two places you don't want to be side by side. It's the double right-hander in Sector 2 and it's the triple right-hander in Sector 3. It's just stupid. Just stay behind. It's fine margins, and Ralphie's actually lost the position out to Curly as well, or to Wuban. So, is it really worth it? In my opinion, no.
Yeah, I remember. I think I made a move in that double right-hander in Sector 1. The first time we raced here. And quickly saw the door closing, and yeah, I had to slam on to avoid any contact.
Yeah.
In my head, it felt like a decent overtaking opportunity. I got a better run on the guy, and then realising that the corner were closing, I thought, oh Christ.
Yeah, not a place you want to find yourself, to be honest.
No.
His geezer up to P10 Clay as well. That's good from him.
Yeah,
maybe happy with that. Oh, Harvey, another 3 seconds. Not great.
I've been telling you since the end of last season that pint size is... I've got to say it, he's my tip for most improved this season. I think he's going to come on leaps and bounds this season.
Yeah, still the guy's trying to go side by side through the double right-hander. I just don't get it.
Nah.
Just wait. The risk is too high for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Pint size now, having Curly battling him. Pint size off track, so he's probably picked up a warning for that as well. I tell you what, the feature will be interesting. You know, you pretty much got your fastest guys at the back of the grid.
Yeah, we don't get any flashing fuel lights anyway yet. Clay, them hards of Jackie now dropping off. He's lost 710 stairways. Marshall is just biding his time, recharging his battery. Jackie's out, so he doesn't need to do anything crazy. Just stick behind him for another lap, charge away, and go for maybe the end of the next lap or even the last lap. He should be fine as well. Chip is 2 seconds off the back of Marshall, so...
Yeah, Harvey is all over the back of Chip. He looks like he's going for a move. Oh, looks like he were thinking about it anyway. Nerf and Wuban battling. Side by side here through Sector 1.
Yeah.
I've got to say, that was nice.
Yeah, it just takes two drivers working together. If you're on the inside, you have to leave a full car's width.
Yeah, I've got to say, absolutely brilliant driving here. Oh, and Hounds hit the back of Nerf. And that's the end of that.
20 seconds.
Oh, I'll tell you what, that reminded me, that Wuban Nerf side by side there reminded me of myself and Ginge at Portimao, season 4 or 5. Through 8 corners side by side that you shouldn't be going side by side through, but as you said, both drivers, if they're willing, it can be done.
You know, it's good and it's enjoyable, don't get me wrong, but if you look at that example there, they just lost so much time to the cars behind, and Nerf ends up getting hit by Hound. Are you better off just tucking in behind, I wonder? I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, probably, but for me, it's one of them things, in the moment, Marshall has made that move on Jackie now. In that moment, you're just that enticed in that battle, you're not looking at the time to the car ahead or the car behind.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You're just thinking, I'm not giving this position up, and then you see them make a move, and then you think, oh, I've got him back in the next corner, and then you're ahead, and you go, right, I've got it, and then you see him there again. You're not paying any attention to timings.
Yeah. Ooh, got someone in the pits. That is Anderson in for a set of soft. Why? Really much.
I can only imagine wing damage. Lutman 3-second penalty as well. I'll just double check race director. Pit stops. Anderson. No, just medium to softs. No wing change. Ross
as Teabag just takes his teammate out. That's not good at all. And he's waiting on track. Probably as a teammate, I'd have kept going. Absolutely great sportsmanship, but it's just affecting the team really. But yeah, unfortunate.
Unfortunate there for Teabag. Marshall gapped Jackie there by 1.2. That Marshall's bet all his ERS, Jackie's bet all his Airways. I tell you what. Do you know, I made that comment earlier saying that the feature will be interesting because the fastest guys are at the back. But Airways is one of them faster guys.
Yeah, definitely. Do you know what? I'm looking around, it's amazing the amount of guys that keep going under 20% on the ERS. It just kills you so much.
Do you know where I think that comes from? I noticed, I was watching do you know the creator series? All the YouTube creators who do F1 content.
Jack, sorry to cut across you. Jackie has a flashing fuel light. And he's the only one on track that has it.
Yeah, in the creator series, they do not curve about their ERS. They just go. They just deploy.
Yeah.
And I just wondered if maybe, people were watching them race and trying to race like them or what, but... I'm looking at Airways sat there, 3.3 ahead, 44% ERS still. Thinking he's come, and he's got a flashing fuel light now. Obviously, it's last corner, last lap.
Yeah, you're fine. I think Jackie should be just about okay as well. He's dropping back from Marshall as well, so yeah, he's gonna get to the line fine. So yeah, that was interesting to say the least. I didn't expect to see I didn't expect to see the front two rows in the bottom 5 or 6 in the race, if I'm honest. But that is,
No,
as we said,
the
the
joys of a
nature.
sprint weekend.
Yeah.
You know, Hound. To be fair to him, he's gone for hards. He's ended up now P7, so he's in a good position for the feature race. Nerf's made positions up. Pint size up to P11. E-Hail, probably the best result out of the faster guys who, got the drive-throughs, and I can guarantee they will not get drive-throughs in the feature. I think they've learnt a lesson though. But I will be back shortly before the start of the race.
Yep, me also.
On the back. Quick tyre check. Airways, Marshall, Chip, Hound, Ralph, Teabag, Venom on hards, Jackie, Harvey, Nerf, Curly, Pint Size, E-Hail, Luckman on mediums, everyone else on softs. Did not expect to see the softs in the feature race, I've got to say. But we are forming up on the grid now. Venomic and Matey Boy overshooting the marks there. But we're all formed up. 5 lights. And away we go. Marshall pointing heavily to the left hand side, trying to get a run there, covering off Jackie, which he manages to do. Chip making it up the inside of Jackie into turn 1. We've got yellow flags already. That's Wuban and Curly making contact.
Apologies, bud.
Full send Dave up to P12 on them softs.
Yeah, them softs are 100% committed to a 2-stop of some form anyway.
Yeah, full send Dave's up 7 places. Ross, Dave up 8 places now. Ross up 6. So I think they're just trying to make that soft tyre work at the early phase, hoping there's a safety car, but it's not the strategy I'd have gone for. I'll tell you what, full send Dave's flying here.
Yeah, he just needs to relax a bit. I'd say the old adrenaline is pumping.
I mean, up 9 places, and we're, halfway around the lap?
Yeah, I mean, look, soft guys are going to have to make up positions, but you don't want to be doing anything stupid either.
Yeah, that's it. You trying to make overtakes puts yourself at risk. But Airways now comfortable, 1.5 second lead on the first lap. On the hard tyres as well, so he's going long into this. Ooh, who was that weaving then? That Ross?
All over the shop.
Yeah. I thought he completely lost traction, to be honest.
Do you know what? Ross ain't no slouch.
Nope. Absolutely not. I said this, obviously, he's a teammate this season. And like I mentioned earlier, I raced him in Tier 2. And he is a good racer. He's just a lack of consistency, I've got to say.
Ooh, that is...
Pint size.
Yeah, Venomic and Pint Size having to come together there.
Just yellow flags, no safety car. Jackie's made it up past Marshall as well. Jackie's picked up 3 seconds. That's early.
I think, look, the issue here is the bottom 6, 5 or 6 or 7 or whatever it is, picking the softs. It's going to take 3-4 laps for that to come into effect, and then the softs will drop. They will drop pretty, 2 more laps. Even after the next lap, you'll start noticing it.
Yeah, Ross making it back past Dave as well on them softs. Harvey now up past Nerf Pack on the run into turn 1. Venomic is into the pits.
Yeah, I think he rear-ended Pint Size. That's what it would seem anyway, to be honest.
He is having a wing change.
It's starting to make sense if Geezer isn't coming in.
E-Hail up. Oh, I was going to say up to P7. He's battling Hound. Hound trying to stick it up the inside, but E-Hail just floats around the outside. Medium tyres working for him. We've got, who's that? Is that Ross dropping down? Ross was ahead of Dave. So Ross has dropped a number of places there.
It's not that hard of a track, if I'm honest.
I'll tell you what, E-Hail has made some places up on their medium. Oh, who's that? Luckman well off track, and a couple of the lads behind him following him as well. I see an M plate flying. Is that Anderson?
That looks like Luckman with damage, and it is.
No, Anderson's no M plate as well. I was on board with Luckman. I could see the M plate in the background. It was Anderson's, I think I saw. Oh, Luckman, 5-second penalty as well for speeding in the pit lane.
What he was thinking there, he came absolutely steaming in there. And he's going on the hard tyres, I believe.
That's the thing, that wing damage costs you that you can't brake at the point it tells you to brake, enter in the pits if you've got wing damage. You have to brake earlier. Wuban's in, Anderson's in as well.
Yeah, them softs have definitely dropped off. No, they're not nowhere near the pace that they used to be.
Nerf having a look up the inside of Harvey there. Nerf's looking a bit racy here. I like to see. And as Nerf's looking racy on E-Hail, on Harvey, E-Hail's looking at getting him as well.
I think Harvey has damage if you look at the way he's driving. I think he has in plate, but might be wrong.
Have a look.
Yeah, he definitely knows he's all over the place. And he's into the pits, so yeah, he definitely...
Both his end plates are intact on screen. Can't see any visible damage, but...
Do they have a wing for him? Unless his tyres are just gone, but...
It can't be, he's on the mediums. He's only done 3 laps.
Yeah, that's a wing replacement, and it looked like it as well, to be honest.
So E-Hail now past Nerf. E-Hail up into 5th, so having a phenomenal drive so far. He doesn't want to let Airways get too far in the lead, I don't think. But they're on different strategies, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, with that penalty from Jackie, Airways is just managing this gap. He has 85% DRS, so more or less full battery. I think he's just managing the race.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is what I was saying at the sprint. I mentioned about, the fastest drivers being at the back, and I apologise, I completely disregarded Airways. But he was one of them guys who was up there in quali. He's managed to keep it throughout the sprint, and is in a comfortable place as Nerf's wide there. That's giving E-Hail a lot of breathing room. Them softs definitely don't seem to be as valuable as they were earlier in the race.
Yeah, definitely not. They'll be dropping now. It's just interesting to see what lap they pit, to be honest.
E-Hail now up past Chip into P4.
See, if that's me and I'm Chip, I'm on a different strategy. I'm not going to overly defend this and E-Hail has absolutely no battery, so I'm just trying to leave my head, get the old tone, get the DRS when you come back around as well.
Exactly that. Use the DRS, save your tyres while sort of cruising behind him. Some with Teabag, Fultz and Dave trying to go around the outside there at the hairpin, but that is definitely not the route you want to take. But these two as well are at the back of a bit of a DRS train here. Nerf picking up 3 seconds as well. No good for Nerf. But yeah, from P6 down to P10 now involved in a bit of a DRS train. 5 cars very close on track. Differing tyres as well. We've got Nerf on the mediums, Hound, Ralph, Teabag on the hards, and Fultz and Dave at the back of this on the softs. Ross picks up 3 seconds. Hound up, past Nerf, into turn 1.
Yeah, Norfolk no DRS there. It's just not a place you want to be, is it?
No, Nerf's got his teammate right behind him now, Ralph. All over the back of him. I've got to say, T-Bag and Dave, sensible here, just sort of sitting behind it and waiting. Oh, and I think that's caused an incident.
Yeah, Ralphie just gets caught behind Northback rear ends him and T-Bag's off track.
Yeah, T-Bag and Dave came together there.
Yeah, I think there was a bit of a squabble with Ralphie hit the back of North.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Alpine hitting the back of the other Alpine. The two T-Bag got caught out massively behind.
Yeah.
And Dave obviously tried to avoid go up the inside, and that's what happens. You know, you're following so closely. You've got to react. Oh, as Ralph's all over the place there, lost a lot of time, almost sideways coming through that corner. T-Bag's into the pit, so I'm going to guess T-Bag's got front wing damage.
I want to say T-Bag is... Jeez, he did well not to pick up a penalty there, if I'm honest.
That was close.
Yeah.
It's a VSC.
Ooh, who is that?
It's the Alpine and Nerf. He's no wing. Nerf's no wing. I was going to say Hound made a move on Nerf, and then I saw one of them drop down the order. Nerf's ended up with no front wing.
Yeah, it's not a track you want to be racing on with no end plate, leave alone no wing.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of penalties in that bottom half of the grid, and VSC now, we don't want to see anyone picking up a drive-through.
No, look, we all know that the deltas aren't great. I caught a couple of guys the last time round. I'm pretty sure at least them guys will be a bit more, how do you get a track limit under VSC?
That's for you to deal with as a Haas driver.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know how that's going to go.
But I've got to say, E-Hail now up to P3. Jackie in P2's got a drive through.
And there's somebody else as well, I think. No, there's not. It's just Jackie. But yeah, that's... Why?
But E-Hail is up 9 places at the moment. He's sat in P3, and I've got to say, the optimal strategy, medium hard, Jackie's... oh no, I'm on with Nerf. Nerf's into the pits. I think that's for his new wing. Marshall's just made it back past the E-Hail. But, to be honest, Marshall's got 70-odd% ERS. E-Hail would be clever here to just sit behind him and save, rebuild, recharge.
Yeah, definitely. Mediums won't be feeling too good now. Them softs must be horrific.
Yeah, you'd think so, but none of them have pitted really. Nerf's just come out on a fresh set of softs.
Well, I can tell you now, if they go soft medium, they're going to get a puncher. That's just a fact. Unless Tier 1's lobbies glitched Friday night, they're looking at a puncher. But let's see how it plays out.
Yeah, that was in my advice to the team tonight.
100%.
You know, the punches that we saw in Tier 1, I've never seen before. You know what I mean? I've never seen it happen like that. Multiple drivers getting punches. Wuban up past T-Bag.
Yeah, Dave is in now. I'm telling you, that's puncher territory. Maybe boy stays out. Depends what tyre Dave goes on to. Is he trying a soft, medium, soft, which would work?
Is he going for the hard or what do you reckon?
Hards. Yeah, he's going for the hards. And he is on the hards. I pitted lap 14 and I got a puncher, so we'll have to see how this one goes.
E-Hail back past Marshall, so he's not recovering ERS. E-Hail's going to struggle here. Jackie only has, I think, 2 laps left to serve this drive-through. But E-Hail would do well to sit behind Marshall and Chip and just rebuild the RS. He's still burning. Hound all over the back of Ralphie. Both of these in a fairly decent place with their ERS at the moment. Looking fairly comfortable. Matey boy, P8 on the softs. 9 laps on him now, so he'll want to come in soon because they must be on the limit. Same as Ross as well, 9 laps on them softs. Oh, there we go. Jackie's been disqualified for ignoring the drive-through. Ross is into the pits. Yeah, honestly, you get the drive-through, you get 3 laps to serve it. Why are you staying out?
Jackie disqualified?
Yeah, fucking stupid. You get a drive-through, you have 3 laps to serve it. Why stay out? Why? Like, what are you trying to achieve?
Yeah. Strange. North Pack went for the softs, which is strange as well. Matey boy, I think, is doing the best thing he can, is trying to hang them softs out as long as he can.
Yeah, well, Ross pitted the last lap. That lap just gone then. Off the softs. But yeah, E-Hail as well, like, he's not recharging at all. He's just continuing to burn, and he's into the pits now.
Dodgy again.
Seems early, that. Seems very early.
But this is what I'm saying. Jeff was telling me around now to pit for hards, and I stuck him out to lap 14 and still got a puncher. So
the amount of penalties that are popping up, man, it's unbelievable. I can't even keep on top of it. We've got Chip with 3, Hound with 3, Pint Size with 9, Harvey with 3, Dave with 3, Lutman with 5, Anderson, Woobam, Ross with 6, Nerf and Venomic with 3.
Mate, he is in now. Oh, for the mediums. He's ballsy. He's definitely coming in for hards again, or possibly soft. Soft, medium, soft is doable. But they ain't going to the end. Not a hope.
No, absolutely not. You're not getting 17 laps out of them.
And that's Harvey gone, and that's a safety car. And that changes the whole complex of this race.
That's a full
all over again.
Car. Yeah. Now, what tyres has E-Hail got on? Please tell me he's been sensible.
Yeah, he's net P1 now. He's on the hards.
Oh, come on, you beauty. No bias and nothing, but get in.
Fucking half. Oh, you beauty! No bias. And this is the issue now, right? That the guys on the hards they have to come in. But they'll have to pit again.
They're going to struggle to get to the end.
Yeah, you're not getting 17 laps over the mediums. Not a hope. And this is where starting on the hards is just bad news.
But I think your top 5 are in. Airways, mediums. I mean, would it be worth any of these lads popping softs on?
Yeah, soft, medium to the end, possibly.
That's what I was thinking. Pop softs on now, so you're going to be fiery after the safety car restart. And you're going to have to pit again anyway, so you might as well make the most of it. I don't know.
And that is an illegal overtake from E-Hill. Yeah. Give the position back.
I would have overlooked it. His Red Bull.
this is just a mixed bag of tyres now again.
Yeah, Teabag, Anderson, Matey Boy. Oh, God, Christ, the names are changing that much. Teabag, Anderson, Lutman, Wuban, popping fresh softs on. Now, this is what I was saying. They'll take advantage now that the safety car's out, push and advance as much as they can, and if there is another safety car, then they can pit for a tyre to go to the end of the race.
We've seen... I agree with you. In theory, yes. But in reality, history will tell you most of these guys are going to get caught up in an incident. Yeah. Especially here, where it's hard to get an overtake on.
What's the famous saying? Softs on, brains off.
It's usually not lap 13, though.
Yeah, I will say that's normally 3 laps to go in it.
Yeah, I suppose, look, the couple of VSCs in the safety cars will probably take out anyone running into a low fuel mode anyway.
We got E-Hale now on 1 lap old hards. Full send Dave up there as well, 3 lap hards. He shouldn't have a concern. He should be able to make it to the end now with his safety car.
I'll be back there 1 second, but...
But a lot of lads on fresh tyres now. Safety car's going to extend them, so pint size Nerf should definitely get to the end. Curly definitely. I think Ross, Dave, and E-Hale on them hards will definitely get to the end now. But I've got to say, all the lads on the mediums and the softs, I don't see it. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I suppose, look, notwithstanding punches and all that, there's only 1, 2, 3... There's only 6 guys on track that I reckon don't need to pit again. So
that is exactly what I was just saying.
Yeah.
I said just saying. I'd said it a while ago. But I think E-Hale, Dave, Ross, Curly, pint-sized Nerf, with this safety car, can comfortably make it to the end.
Yeah, and it's not a safety car central track. Like, I'm shocked that we even got one. To be honest, it's unlikely to get a safety car here. So
I don't think we saw one on Friday in Tier 2.
Yeah, definitely didn't see one in Tier 1 anyway. I'm surprised Airways didn't take that a bit further, if I'm honest. It's a long ways into Turn 1.
See, I remember doing safety car restart Season 8. The first safety car restart, he took it right to the line. Oh, we've got Ross making a move on Venom into Turn 1.
Yeah, see, with Airways going so early, them soft guys are 2 or 3 seconds back the road now already.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say, sorry. Season 8, the first safety car restart we saw, he took it right to the line because he didn't want to give anyone a slipstream. Whereas the next safety car was my turn to go.
Wow, and Luckman has just cleaned out a car. Not sure what car it is.
Anderson, the McLaren.
Yeah.
So I guess it is soft on brains off as Pint Size and Nerf Pack are fighting.
Oh, Anderson getting a 3-second penalty. Then he's leaving North. Looking back through. Did he get a legal overtake off North if he was off Luckman if he was off track? Not sure.
You won't get a 3-second penalty for that. It'd be 5.
Yeah.
Got yellow flag. Venom dropping down the order. Teabag as well. Teabag's no front wing. It's a VSC.
This is what I was saying. Not sure because I didn't see it, but
Venom's slowing down off track so that he can cut across and get into the pits. Teabag has retired. And now Venom's in. Anderson's in. Venom's getting a new front wing. Anderson's getting a new front wing. Oh, Venom's retired as well. He's quit. Venom and Teabag both having contact with each other and then pitting and quitting. Shithouses. Wuban, 5-second penalty for a collision with Matey Boy. You're doing driving into people under a safety car. Seven out of 16 drivers have no penalties. This is insane. And Wuban again. I don't understand it at all. He's on the absolute limit. He's right up Matey Boy's arse, and he's just got a drive through for speeding under a VSC. Just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's the VSCs on this game are so bad.
Yeah, but why would you push it? If you watch that's ridiculous. You watch that, it's like a full safety car restart. Do you know where you're trying to get the jump on the car ahead? He's right up the car's arse, and then goes bang as soon as it goes green and gets a drive through. Wow.
Back on 1 second now, but
yeah. But that safety car helps the medium runners drag them out a few more laps, or at least anyway. We've got Airways up there still controlling that P1 position. He's got Marshall out of DRS. Marshall's got Chip and Ralph fairly close behind. E-Hail on the hard tyres, so E-Hail will be looking to just push to the end. Got Wuban into the pits now, serving that drive for I assume. Zlotman picks up 3 seconds. Closing up at the front now. Marshall just dipping in that DRS zone of Airways. Phenomic picking up a time penalty. I've got to say, Hound on the mediums as well. P6 gaining on E-Hail. Field spreading fairly You got Chip, Ralph with Indy RS.
Can the mediums go to the end now, Clay?
I don't know. This is it. I'm seeing the medium runners, the top 4, are pulling away from E-Hail. Hound, no battle in E-Hail.
I think they should be able to clear, to be honest with you. What is it, 6? Oh, it's Dodge. The soft can't anyway.
It's a lot of laps. It's a lot of laps. Another 10 laps on them now. I think I managed 15, 16 out of the hards on Friday.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have liked to do that on the mediums.
Yeah. No, it doesn't make any sense because I did the exact same amount of laps on the mediums that I did in the hards, and the hards blew, the mediums didn't. It's a strange one.
Like in my head, I'm now looking at it going, well, if all the medium lads need pit again, we could see a Red Bull 1-2 here.
Yeah, look, I suppose at this point, like, if they're going to get another 4 or 5 or 6 laps anyway, are you really going to want to pit at that stage? You're not. So it just comes down to who gets a puncher and who doesn't. And, you know, I don't see them dying off so much that E-Hail gets the P1, but there is a penalty ahead, so the podium is definitely possible for E-Hail. Marshall and Chip going at it quite hard but fair. If that's Geezer now with 12 seconds worth of penalties.
Yeah, I'll leave that one for you.
Yeah, it's just some guys are heading towards disqualification territory.
I told my lads to keep it clean, keep it penalty free, and E-Hail's understood that, but unfortunately Ross didn't. It's Ross's first race weekend, so I'll let him off a little bit, but
yeah, that long guy won anyway. But only one.
That's it. You do the same shit next week, you're out. You're gone. Can I sound like Helmut Marko, don't I?
Yeah. No comment.
Fuck off.
I'll tell you what, the Airways has gone relatively kind of unnoticed there. He's dominated this race.
He has. This is exactly why I apologise for discounting him at the end of the sprint. Because he's capable of driving fast and clean and keeping it comfortable.
Yeah, and you know, when you've built that gap, it's not you don't want to be seeing VSCs and safety cars, and you know, he's had to do that and rebuild that 2-3 second gap 4 times now in 21 laps. So it's a cracking job from him, to be honest with you.
Absolutely, yeah, brilliant drive, great drive. It's just this, I'm on with Chip at the moment, and obviously he's got Marshall and Ralph close behind, and they're building that gap still to E-Hail. It's up to 3.4 now, off the back of this pack.
If it stays similar to this, and Curley closes in that gap, he could jump significantly at the end of this race. A lot of penalties ahead of him.
Yeah, absolutely. There's only, what have you got, 5 drivers without penalties?
It's hard to know as well, because some of these track limits could have come from avoiding action. So
yeah. You know, it's very fair that some of them could come off. E-Hail's closed in a couple of attempts this lap. Just wonder if them tyres maybe. Oh, he's closed in massively there.
Yeah, 8 laps.
Oh, he's closed in by a second this lap.
Yeah, they'll be on the brink at this stage. Jeff will be screaming at you to pit.
He's closed in by a second. Are we going to see him turn? Is there going to be a big switch here or not? No, the gap's gone back up to over 3 seconds.
The issue E-Hail has is he's pushing so hard. He has no battery. So
yeah, I can imagine. Without looking, I knew he'd have no battery.
Yeah. Most guys don't, if I'm honest.
And we're back at 3.4, so I'll stop getting excited. That's what it was before.
Yeah, it's the battery is causing that now. Everyone ahead is well over 20%.
Fucking learn, E-Hail. Come on. laps on with Chip, who's, P2, got a penalty, so obviously he's not going to finish the 3-second penalty.
It's literally the first thing when, after the driver draw, the group is, the groups are made up, and, within a day or two, I'll come in with the kind of a dull down Dan talk. And the top 3 things: don't get reported, try not to get track limits, and do not, under any circumstance, go under 20% DRS. Them 3 things will get you a long ways.
E-Hale's now closed in by 1.1 second again.
He could have the wings in sector 2. You just don't know.
Marshall's going for a move around the outside of Chip at turn 1.
This is a bit silly from Chip, to be honest. He has that penalty. He unless he thinks he has the pace to drive out of it. Like, all this is doing is bringing Ralphie into it. Ralphie's laughing here. His battery is pretty low, but he's kind of laughing. Leave him at it. And he's up on top of him, and he's going to take Marshall. He's up the inside into the hairpin, and he should get that done. Ooh, he gets on the brakes. Oh, leaves plenty of room on the outside, so yeah. And that's Ralphie up into P3 though, and was it really worth it for Marshall attacking Chip, leaving himself open? He's still on the podium, net podium, but this has brought E-Hale right back into the question again.
It. Yeah, he's now 1.4 seconds closer. Now, I've got to say, Ralphie, I think I raced him in the trial. And I've got to say, he was a brilliant driver. Leaves a lot of space, very respectful. And, I were a little disappointed that he was tier 3 because I'd have liked to race him in tier 2.
He's a tier 2 reserve as well, Faye.
Yeah, I know. I've raced him as a reserved. But I just mean, he's the sort of guy I'd love to race week in, week out because he's so respectful, so clean as a driver.
And he takes Chip. And this is suiting Airways down to the ground. If I was Airways, I'd be absolutely breaking it, to be honest, that there's a safety car going to come out.
I've got to say, this is suiting E-Hale more than anyone. Yeah, obviously, Airways is out in the front. He's enjoying it, but this is suiting E-Hale for getting P2 here.
And I'll tell you what, Clay, and I don't want to come across here with commentators' curse, but we are looking at puncture territory in the next 3 laps. So it'll be interesting to see what happens that front 4. Even E-Hale, I would say, judging off Friday night and what happened to me, the top 11, if they don't box, are in puncture territory. Could be a different lobby, could have been an issue Friday night. I'm not 100% sure, but
I'm pretty sure I did 15, 16 laps on the hards, and I didn't have an issue. But I don't go fast enough to get an issue, you see.
No, the only thing is some of these laps were done under the safety car, so that might just get... If I drop that vape once more...
Just smoke it's easier.
Yeah.
But E-Hale now is in the DRS zone of Marshall.
It's the battery here is what's going to kill him now, where Alfie has rinsed
and he's now out of DRS.
Yeah, now he's rinsed.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I think E-Hale might have forgot to put DRS on, to be honest. I don't understand how you could be in it onto the straight and then 4 tenths out of it. But yeah, Airways is fucking comfortable out there. 71% ERS, 8-second lead.
Getting all out of shape there. E-Hale goes for a look. Thinks better of it, which was a good decision to make. So yeah, just looking at Ralphie there, he's definitely struggling on them mediums right now, big time.
Yeah, I'm hoping E-Hale does keep it sensible. He's been told multiple times.
Ooh, Chip has another penalty. Anderson with another penalty. Oh, Ralphie just keeping it in, and he's a bit tetchy looking, is Ralphie. I think he could be on a third warning or a second warning.
Marshall's looking to make a move on Chip here as well. Marshall's pushing. And you see, Ehale cannot get the move done because he has no ERS.
Yeah, Ralphie's looking very, very slippy, to be honest. I think it's only a matter of time before he gets past them.
Oh, Ross is into the pits for a fresh set of softs. 3 laps to go. Is he just going for the fastest lap?
Well, if everybody ahead gets a puncher in the next lap, he's played a blinder.
Yeah, Full Send Dave's on 3 lap old tyres though, so yeah, he'd only get P2. Yeah, it's a strange one.
Very.
Genuinely, I do not know what's going to happen with this battle for second.
He's second there, bud.
The Chip's now out of that DRS range to Marshall. Chip under pressure from Ralphie and Ehale.
Sorry, bud. Drop my headset. Apparently.
You're alright, Chief. Chip out of that DRS now to Marshall, so Marshall's looking like he's got that P2 secured. We've got this battle now for P3 between Ralph and Ehale. Obviously, Chip has 6 seconds worth of penalties.
Yeah, Chip is out of it. Chip is looking at P5. It's just Ralphie and Ehale over the podium. Imagine if there was a puncher.
This is exactly my thinking though. Full Send Dave now up past pint size.
And it is around that time, Clay, to be honest with you.
Marshall's got 3 seconds! Oh,
like
shit!
Not great, not good at all.
Marshall and Chip both off the podium as it stands. Ralphie and Ehale taking the podium. And Ralphie's past Chip. Ehale's gone for it as well. Oh, bit of a wheel bang.
No. Yeah.
Didn't look that bad. It was a late move, but
it was shocking. He should be disqualified.
No. Grow up.
Yeah, I do you know what? I just thought he was going to go straight through.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
Hold on. Let me. What team are you? Haas. Let me jump on board one of them cunts.
You don't have to worry. They're way back.
Yeah, I'm not pressing button that many times. Sod that. But yeah, no, Ralphie looking at P2. I've got to say, he's looking comfortable. He's looking comfortable, and I like it. It's nice to see. But we're in that punchy territory.
We are. We absolutely are.
We are for the top 3. Oh, yeah. Irwin's in the pits.
Yeah, he's got a puncher.
He's got a puncher.
Yeah, front left. His front left is gone. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's just horrific. And you know what?
He's dominated the whole fucking race.
Yeah, but I said this. I said it, Marshall and Ralphie are in the exact same territory. Chip is in the same territory. Ralphie, how's that front left looking? It looks alright. Oh, God, that's just awful.
I feel for Airways though,
yeah,
I really
shocking.
do. Ralphie's got 3 seconds as well. Oh, I think Anderson's been E-Hale's been gifted a win here. I mean, strategy-wise, I've got to say, strategy-wise, he made the right choice.
There's a half a laugh left, half laugh, blah, blah,
Blah, blah, blah, blah.
That's just shocking for Airways, to be honest. It's so bad. No, if he can, yeah, it's just, I get it. Cost me a podium Friday night. It's just heartache, to be honest.
This is it, though. I'm looking more at the penalties. Do you know what I mean? Why I'm saying I think E-Hale's took the win, though. We getting a yellow flag.
Is that a fuel? Possibly.
It's gone. Yellow flag's gone green now.
See, this is what I don't understand. Marshall and Chip, Ralphie, same tyres, no puncher. How, like?
That's insane. I feel so sorry for Airways. He's dominated from start to finish.
100%.
Oh, wow. Do you know what? I kind of feel like Airways is still going to be my driver of the day. I feel for him. I feel for him so much. Let's have a look at the position. E-Hale up 11 positions. We can't ignore that, can we? Ralphie up 5 as well. Ralphie taking a podium. Wow. Wow. What a race. What a fucking race. The games give it to Full Send Dave, so we'll ignore that. Definitely ignore that.
Yeah.
I'll let you fire invites to everyone.
I've got to get E-Hale Airways in here already.
Just catch results. So
Yeah,
results
catch
from the sprint race. I know what I'm doing, Dan. I know what I'm doing.
I'm not sure why I can't invite Ralphie for some reason. Either I can't see it or I don't have Ralphie, but I do.
I can do it if you want.
Yeah, please. I just can't find him for some reason.
I'll do it then.
Just make sure you get the sprint and feature.
Yeah, I've done both, lad. I already done both.
Good boy.
Yeah, cheers, boss. Thank you. Who are we waiting on? Ralphie and E-Hale. Right. Both had an invite. I'm going to run for a piss, grab a drink.
Oi.
go.
Yeah, Ralphie's shut down E-Hale and Marshall are here if you want to crack it on.
Okie doke. We'll start with Marshall. How did you feel after that long battle? Obviously, going on to the medium tyres, I had to take them a fair distance to get them to the end.
I was a bit anxious about it because those hards up to the safety car, what was that, lap 12? I think they were nearly at 70% already. So I was
Wow.
wondering whether those mediums would be able to make it. I think I finished just under 90%, so lucky I didn't get a puncture.
Wow, that's insane. Obviously, we saw race leader Airways. I can't deny he's dominated it from the start of this
Oh,
race. And he unfortunately did get a puncture and had to pit, so he lost the race win because of a puncture.
oh, going for him. He absolutely amazing pace. Couldn't get anywhere near him. Absolutely, he just flew. After the safety car, I tried to stay with him for DRS, but I couldn't even stay with it within that second gap just for DRS. Yeah, absolute phenomenal pace from Airways. Unlucky, buddy.
But yeah, you got the look of the draw there. Nearly 90% tyre wear and no puncture.
See, I
Yeah.
don't understand that because you were on the mediums, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, so you 90% on the mediums, no puncher. I'd
Yes.
75 on the hards and a puncher.
Yeah, I guess I think in another league I raced in, people were doing two stops, and some people that weren't doing two stops were getting punches, but there was a couple that also done a one stop and made it to the end. I think it depends, might depend kind of when you're worn that much, if depending on how much traction you get at corners, and probably staying off the curbs probably helped. So I was trying to stay off the curbs the last couple of laps.
Yeah, it's a funny one. I mean, this is I'm going to say it's the second race here, but maybe the third. But either way, it's the first sprint weekend we've had here, and we had no punchers the last time. I did a
No.
one stop the last time, no issues at all. Not
Yeah.
even, the tire wear was heavy, but nothing we're talking about lately. Definitely not puncher territory. So I'm just wondering, did the sprint have something to, did EA
I'm
do a
just
Cody's
wondering
on
if
it?
there's been a patch maybe or something,
Yeah,
an
it's
update that's just
strange.
changed something because, we've like you said, this is the third time we've raced here now, and this is the first time I've heard of punches, and it's happened massively. Like, tier one had what 5 punches?
Yeah.
But we had it in the other one, so I think it was October, um, and that was after they were forced to do two stops at Qatar. So I thought they'd done the update there to try and force people to do two stops. But
Right.
this is the first time I've raced it since then.
Ah, okay. Could
But
be,
yeah,
maybe. Who knows?
yeah, indeed. But well done to the podium finishers. I think Enhel got P1 in the end due to my penalty, and great battle with Chip. It's a fun battle, and Ralphie was in there as well. So I want to say well done to those guys.
Ah, nice touch. Nice to see all of you fighting so closely. But yeah, we will move on to E-Hail now, taking the win. Is this your first win in CDR? How are you feeling about it? it's not it's not the easiest win for you to take. But obviously a bit tainted, obviously with
Apologies to
Airways.
cut across, but e-hail can't be heard.
What? Sorry. What are you saying there,
Yeah,
Dan?
e-hail can't be heard on stream, apparently. Is everyone gone?
I mean,
Yeah,
EL,
we'll.
EL's just put in the chat saying, I don't know if anyone can hear me. I feel like he's muted himself more than anything. I can't hear fuck all.
All I can hear is the rain outside, which is quite heavy, if I'm honest.
Well, I think that's my first win in CDR last week and his first win in CDR this week. So it's going well for some new winners.
Yeah, definitely. I've raced with EL a bit, obviously in tier 2, and massively last season anyway, massively inconsistent. A lot of issues connection wise, stuff like that. But he's a fast driver. I feel like he'll give some of the fast lads in tier 3 a run for the money. Obviously, a bit strange this weekend. Teabag, Dave, E-Hale, Lutman, all being up there in quali and then so far down after the sprint race. You know,
Yeah, did they all get a drive through?
they did. Three of the 4 did, and I think one person who's gone into the pits has caught Dave. So Dave's ended up being collected.
Oh, gutted. I saw that and I was wondering what it was, and I was like, that's 4 of them just got into the pits. So I thought it's slightly unusual, and I was like, they must have got a drive through, but yeah, those deltas are a bit tight at times.
They are, but to be fair, the man in the moon knows it at this stage.
Yeah, true.
How long is it? The 21 game? It's been awful. It's just. I was only saying it on comms. I got caught so many times myself. I prefer to be a second in the green now and lose a second and lose 25 in the pits.
Exactly what I do myself. I keep that delta between a second and 9 tenths. And then when it says it's ending, I sit and look at it and I sort of half throttle it until it says it's ending.
That's it. You have to wait for it to clear off your screen. Don't go when he says.
Yeah, when it says ending, I sit there looking at it going, nah, I'm not falling for this again.
Yeah. Well, he was saying to me, it's like, don't worry about the damage. I'm like, what damage? I haven't got any damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
that's
just
another
Jeff.
one.
That's just Jeff trying to keep you on your feet. Anyway, I suppose that is a wrap for round 2.
E-Hell's back in, is he not?
Oh, is he? Sorry.
Do you want to check the stream, Dan? Can we hear you on the stream?
If I had the stream up, I could, but I don't.
Say hello, E-Hell.
If I had the stream up.
Say hello, E-Hell. No, we still can't hear you, but I can hear myself echoing like multiple times.
Yeah, it's bad enough listening to you once. Yeah, I actually have to bounce, so I'll leave Clay finish it off. Apologies.
No problem. It's a bit unfortunate, E-Hell, mate. We can't hear you on stream. You did take the win. Obviously, I know the lads can't hear this, but great drive from yourself. Obviously, you started a fair way down there. After the sprint race, yourself and a number of the quicker lads picking up drive-throughs. How were you feeling about that when you got that drive-through? Yeah, from so far back. Yeah. 91%. Wow. See, I was thinking you on the hard tyres were in the best position, and it sounds like you weren't. Oh, I
That's the
love
main
that. I
thing,
love
mate.
that. The two things you know about racing: go and stop. That's it. No, I tell you what. I mean, look, you got lucky with Airways picking up a puncher. And from what I hear, you're pretty fucking lucky not to get a puncher yourself. Yeah, he had to pit like a lap or two to go. He got a puncher. No, I've got to say, a brilliant drive. From all of you, I can't really fault any of the top six. All quality drives. You all drove your own races. You all had different races. Um, yeah, great job from all of you. Brilliant to watch. I've got to say, hell, I hope it continues being Team Red Bull. Uh, I hope to speak to you more often. But no, great job, great drive. Well done, lads.
Thanks very much. Yeah, well done, mate. P2 in the end, yeah. Yeah, penalties. I think it was 6/10 in the end. I was trying to get away in the final lap, but also not get a puncher. Because I had like 30% ERS left. I was like, got to floor it, but yeah, it didn't work. So, mate, well done, mate. Well done, mate. Well done for your first win, dude.
Just want to give a big shout out as well to Ralph. He's popped a comment in saying he shut the PS off straight after the race, but what an intense race. His tyres were on 89% at the end, so another one who was facing puncture at any second. Brilliant to see. It's on the edge, it's on the limit, and that's what a track like that does. But yeah, great to see. Credit to all three of you. Well done, great drives. Anyone who's still watching, thanks for being here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking with us, and make sure you join us next week where we're racing at Australia. Uh, Friday night, 8:30. Sunday night, 8 o'clock as usual. We'll see you then.